really hard to do. Like really hard. No one understands. Hi internet friends! Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. If you want to subscribe, we have a super fun time here. And if you like this video, that would really help out my channel. There's 535 of you, which is so awesome. And yeah. Hey now. Hey now. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that copyright. It's just singing. Welcome to I'm Just a Girl Readathon. I found this readathon randomly on Bookstagram. It was a few days into May and I heard there was a readathon called I'm Just a Girl Readathon. And I thought, I love 2000s readathons and that's what this is based on. So I really fast, I don't know why I'm acting out. I really fast just got my TBR together and I decided to do like mostly all the prompts. And then I can decide which ones I want to read from there. Because I am a mood reader. Alright, the hosts are on Instagram and we have Dreamer with a Book, Soph May Reads, and Maria Fernandez Reads. So these are 3 hosts and there's not too many people doing the readathon, at least posting about it and stuff. And it's fun. As I said before, it is based on a 2000s time, 2000s movies, and based on that you have to pick books. I just have to pop up my things that I made for this because the template I made was just so pretty and I really liked it. So I'm gonna just share them right here. There are 15 books that I have chosen. Starting with a book. So following the movie Princess Diaries, we have a book with royalty or a lost princess. So I picked Poor Unfortunate Souls by Valentino. Who Valentino though? Who? Serena Valentino. And this book, I don't know if I've showed this before, but so the cover looks like that. And then you take off the desk jacket and it's like her as Vanessa. And then it just looks super cool. And I really wanted this set a while ago and yeah. And it has like super cool feeling too. Anyway, this is A Tale of the Sea Witch. So this follows Ursula instead of Ariel and we get her story and maybe more details about her. Sometimes when I read books like this, I feel bad for the character even though they're supposed to be the villain. But yeah, it's a short, under 200 page book with pretty big font. So I will probably read this physically and it'll go by pretty soon. Next we have A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. I love this movie so much. Like any Cinderella story out there that are like that, the like spin-offs, I love. Like the Selena Gomez one where she's a dancer and then there's like a motorcycle one with Sophia from Descendants, and it's just like I just love that so much. But so this one was Opposites Attract or Hidden Identity. So I went with Hidden Identity because Opposites Attract was kind of hard to find without reading the book, and I picked a spy book because what else is a hidden identity but a spy, also known as by Robin Benway. This is a book that I've had forever. It's probably like one of my first books I got at the used bookstore. And I'm finally gonna read it. It's I think it's YA spy. Next we have New York Minute, the movie with the Mary-Kate and Ashley, with the Olsen twins. And it says a book set in the city. So I picked City Love by Suzanne Collins. And I'm pretty sure it's set in New York, which kind of works because it's the New York Minute. But yeah, so it's a YA romance I'm excited to get to. For the movie, it's She's the Man with Amanda Bynes. And I picked, and it was a sports romance. So I did a little twist on this. I picked Cinderella in Cleats by Carly Sims. This is an indie author and it's kind of interesting because the book's printed upside down, which is kind of funny. But I want to say it's probably YA, right? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if it's necessarily a sports romance, but she has a lot of crushes and she's doing sports. So that's what I counted it for. Another one of my favorite movies, the Liz McGuire movie. That movie is just so good. And it is a book with a celebrity romance. So I picked the perfect book for this, which is Accidental TV Star by Emily Evans. This is another indie author, and it is, she starts to work with, starts to become a chef for an actor, and he's, you know, stuff between them. So yeah, it's a YA romance, which I'm already reading because it is in May now. Another one of my favorite movies is Aquamarine. I just love that movie so much. The idea that like the little details of like the starfish's earrings give her compliments, and like she changes like a long sleeve shirt into a dress, and like she just does such cool things, and it's fun. Plus the soundtrack is fun. Anyway, so the book for that is a mermaid book or a siren book. So I picked Forgive My Fins by Tara Lynn Childs. This is also a book that I've had is probably as long as Also Known As. And I always see it on my shelf and I'm like, I need to read this, I need to read this, and then I don't. So I'm very excited to read it. I have book 1 and book 2, so I'm excited to read book 1 and see if I like it. Oh, this is like YA romance mermaid. Yeah, I love mermaid books. They're like some of my favorites. Another one of my favorite movies is the Hannah Montana movie. She sings The Climb in that movie, which is like one of my powerhouse songs. And then I had a crush on the cowboy when I was little, but it's just such a good story of like, you don't have to be that like crazy celebrity person. You're also still this other person. And it's so cool that she has the ability to be Miley and go to Hannah. And it's just, I think it's so cool. Plus I always wanted to be Hannah Montana. Okay. So this is a cowboy romance. So as I said before, I wanted to read books from my shelves. That's just like my goal lately. And I wanted to have all the books so that I could show you on video and post a picture on Bookstagram. So I didn't like, I could have picked like, I think it's Powerless or Reckless. I think that's the other cowboy one. But then I don't own those. So I was like, I just want to do ones I own. So I took a spin on this. And instead of a cowboy romance, I chose like country southern romance. And then of course when I thought of southern, I thought of Sookie Stackhouse because she's in Louisiana. And then I was like, I'm just gonna do that. It's book 5 in the next part of the series of Sookie Stackhouse that I want to read. These are the super cute rainbow editions that I have that like the blood has a picture, and like it's by Charlene Harris. These books are just fun. They are adult paranormal romance. It follows, well, True Blood follows the books, but there's a lot of different stuff about it. If you don't know what it is, she is a waitress who has always been able to hear other people's thoughts, which has gotten her in a lot of issues. And the vampires, which they used to be hidden, but now they're out in the real world, she realizes she can't read vampire thoughts because they're dead. So she starts to have a relationship with Bill, who's this nice vampire that has been living there forever. You just never seen him. And she can actually like have a real conversation and a relationship with him because she can't hear exactly what he's thinking. Yeah, it's fun. All right, the last few we have The Parent Trap, which is Family Bonds. That's a good movie too. It really is. These are all like such classics. And I picked Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Yeah, Fortune. And I'm also almost done with this book. It's pretty much Will, right? Yeah. So Fern is the daughter of the woman who owns this like resort in like the forest. And she doesn't really want to, but her mom dies and leaves her in the will to run Lakeside Resort. And then she has to like run it. And then there's Will. She met like in her early 20s and now she's 32, and there's just like romance, and it's romance, adult, cute. That's what it is. I love that book. My husband also got me that book. The last one, which ends with one of the best classics, Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan. I'm like the Crypt Keeper. Ah! That's all I can think of when I hear that. But those are just such good shows. Those are just such good movies. Anyway, it was a book that is either alternate timelines. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I read this book physically, and yes, I was a few days into May, so I did finish it for the Readathon, which I had started before. And it's just so incredibly good. I am loving Colleen Hoover, which I didn't know I'd be a Colleen Hoover girly, but apparently I am. So, how do I say this without spoiling anything? Well, okay, Lily's in Boston, and she meets a guy on a rooftop, and he is very angry. He's like throwing things, and they talk, and she finds out he's a neurosurgeon, and they have this thing called truth. Anyway, he's like the opposite of her in some ways, and she opens up a flower shop, and then they meet again, and it's just a crazy story. Definitely check trigger warnings because it can be really intense, but I really loved it. Leave your favorite 2000s movie down below. I would love to check it out. And if you have a booktube channel, I'd love to check that out too. Let me know. Okay, I just got really tired, but I do need to eat. So that is all for my Just a Girl readathon. As I said before, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 books to choose from. I read one already. I'm almost done with the second one. And I think I'm 50 pages away from the third one. So I'm doing a good job. It's only May 8th. What is it? Think. Remember, you can find magic wherever you look. Sit back and relax. All you need is a book. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye!